All right, so we're gonna start with our warm up. We're working on triceps and
Can you
shoulders, a little bit of,
record
a little,
so that it's just you?
what was that?
I said, can you record so you're the big picture?
I did, so what I did is I pinned it. So I'm pinned and you guys are just little bitty.
Okay.
When did we last meet? Wednesday we met and I figured it out. I found the little pinned video button because it was on speaker view.
Okay, good.
So if you guys talk, you end up big. So now I have it on pinned video where I'm the big person here. So, okay.
That's much better.
All right. So yeah, I've got some shoulders and triceps with legs, but we can do some modifications for those backs and those knees today, where you need them. You just won't sink as low, or add a certain movement to it. So let's go ahead and just start with warming up. We are going to start with just some lifting of the legs, marching in place. Good. While you're marching in place, let's go ahead and move the arms back as well with the leg. Good. Now we're just going to side bend, stretch to your side, and alternate to the other side. Arm comes up and overhead, and then to the other side. One more on each side. And back to marching in place, picking those knees up. Make sure you're keeping your chest upright as you're marching. And make sure you're breathing too. Don't hold your breath through your warm-up. We're going to start to rotate those hips now, so I want you to go ahead, bring your knee up and around and alternate sides. Knee comes up, make your circle and around. Good, one more on each side. Now we're gonna do some forward leg swings. So you're gonna take your leg, I just want you to swing it up and alternate the sides. So I'm keeping my legs straight, stretching the backs of my hamstrings here. One more on each side. Good, back to those arms. I want you to circle them back. And now I want you to swing them forward. Now I want you to do some huggers where we're just gonna swing them in and out. All right, we're gonna come to a light jog. Just kind of bounce your body in place. If you can't do these because of a knee or you're feeling anything achy, you can march in place still. Good, just stay with that jog. Okay, get them back just a bit. Loose arms, loose shoulders, no tension in the body. We're not tight squeezing. We're loosening it up. We're circulating the blood. All right, we're gonna do some toe taps. So your arms are gonna go out. You're gonna reach down for your opposite toe, all the way back up. Down for the other toe, and back up. Okay, one more on each side, and then we're gonna bring the toe up to the fingertip. Okay, so toe comes up and you're gonna reach now. We're gonna stretch our inner thighs. And you're gonna step wide in your legs, out to the knee, and then to the other side. Sit back into that hip this way, so that not to bring your knee forward. You wanna sit back into it through your hip, push your booty out, and we're side to side. Just a little bounce, right and left. We're gonna go back into that light jog, legs coming back behind you. A few more seconds here. And then we're gonna do the toes shuffling forward, almost as if we're using the agility ladder. And you're gonna do it just like this. You're gonna bring your foot forward, and you're just gonna alternate. Bringing them out in front. If this hurts your knee, I just want you to stay with your light jog or your march. Heart rate should be elevated, and you should be breathing. A few more seconds. All right, we're gonna go back to those arm swings one last time. We're gonna do all those one more time. Swing them forward. Good. Go ahead, and I want you to swing them back. I want you to go ahead, give me some of those knee circles, up and around. Up and around. Opening up your hip. One more on each side. And then we're gonna do those lateral hip openers. Open up those legs, sit into it, alternate sides. Warming up the joints, the hips, the ankles, the knees, the back. Good, go ahead and bring those legs together. Arms go out once you reach for those toes. Fingertip touches the opposite toe. One more on each side, and then we're gonna bring the toe up to the fingertips. Should be feeling nice and loose now. One more on each side. Jog in place. Light jog behind you. About 30 seconds here. Loose shoulders. Just kicking them back. If you're feeling good, you can pick it up a little bit higher. All right, let's go ahead and kick those feet out in front of you. 30 seconds here, and then we'll get started with our workout of the day.
This was the workout.
10 more seconds. All right, good job. You need a sip of water, grab a sip. Today, we've got 3 circuits. Inside, each circuit has 3 exercises. We're doing our usual 45 seconds on, 15-second break. And we're doing 4 rounds because we only have 3 exercises. Okay, so for your first one, I'll name your first 3. We have reverse lunge with press. Then you have a side plank with a reverse fly. And then we have a dumbbell swing. I'm going to show you all of these along with their modifications that you can do, okay? So a reverse fly with a press. Your weights start right here at your shoulders, okay? Palms are facing each other. And what you're going to do is you're going to alternate your reverse lunge. You're going to step back, bring it forward, press it up. Step back, bring it forward, push your weights all the way straight up, okay? If for any reason, you know, those knees are really taking over, if you're feeling this in your back, just don't go as low. That's option one. You just kind of take it where you're not really sitting into it. Or if you really can't do it with your knee, you're gonna do just press. All right, so those are your modifications. On those is just a lunge that's not as deep or just pressing. The next one is a side plank with reverse fly. You're gonna come down to the ground, and what it looks like is you're on your forearm and you're up into plank. You could bend your knee and lift through here. You're gonna take your weight from the ground, bring it up and lower it down. Bring it up and lower down, okay? For any reason you can't hold that body weight up, you can sit on the ground more and just really think about this side body is lifting yourself up straight to the ceiling, and you would lift through here and lower. Otherwise, pick that body up, hold, lift. We're just gonna focus on the one side for the whole 45 seconds for your rounds. We'll worry about the last round with the halfway points. And then your final one, dumbbell swing. You're gonna use your dumbbell or a kettlebell. You're gonna sit into your exercise and swing. Now this one isn't for everybody, especially if they're having any kind of back pain. So with that, you're just gonna focus on just squatting, okay? If you're unable to do any kind of squats today, shoulder raise straight out in front. All right, any questions on the exercise and their modifications? No? All right. All right, we're gonna get started. Reverse lunge with press, side plank with reverse fly, and then dumbbell or kettlebell swing if you have a kettlebell. Okay, so we're gonna start in 10 seconds. I've got my weights. I'm gonna keep them at my shoulders here. Oh, my timer is super low. Go ahead and start. Okay, there we go. Now we can hear it. You're gonna sit back into your lunge, stand and press. I am alternating my legs. Remember, your modification is you just don't go as low and press, or no lunge at all, and you can alternate your press right here, or you could press straight up as well. Okay, those are your exercises here. Good, lunge back and press. A few more seconds here, 10 seconds. We go into that side plank with reverse fly. I'm gonna come to my side. I'm only using one weight. I'm on my forearm. Two ways you could do this. Both legs extended out, hold your hips up. You can just focus on this exercise. If you're unable to lift your weight in this range of motion, do it with no weight. Open and close. If this is too much of a challenge, you're gonna bend that knee, lift the hip. You can do it with weight or no weight. We're focusing on one side. This is a reverse fly. Your shoulder is lined up with your elbow. Make sure you're breathing, 10 seconds. After this, we have that dumbbell or kettlebell swing. All right, great job. Let's stand it back up. I'm gonna use my kettlebell, 2 hands. If it hurts your back, you're just gonna swing it out in front of you. If it hurts your knee, same thing. You're just gonna use your weight and straight out in front. Just like that. Let's say one weight is too light. You could do a single weight here. You can use both weights and you can alternate, or you can raise straight out in front. Otherwise, you're onto your kettlebell swing, hinging back in those hips, swinging it straight out in front. Press it forward, belly button in, tight core. Okay, so that was round 1. We're gonna start from the top. with your reverse lunge and press. Alternating those legs. If you're not doing lunges, you're pressing straight up. Or don't sink as low into your lunge. Take your time with these. It's not about speed. It's about form. I don't know why you guys can't see my full press. Should be feeling those shoulders burning. Lunge, stand, press. Five seconds. One more good one. We're gonna do your side plank on the other side. Now remember, you can use your weight. You don't have to use weight. Take a knee and lift the body, or stay with both legs. This is your hardest level here with your weight in hand. This is next level without weight. Or I'm sorry, with weight. And then that next level down is no weight. Good. I'm going to adjust my shoulder so it's over my elbow. I'm going to keep my hip up. And if you need to just hold your plank today, you can focus on just plank. Breathe through these, take your time. It's not about how many you get in, it's about good form. We got plenty of time here, 5 seconds. Oh, yes. Those are tough, I love them. Dumbbell swing, or use your kettlebell if it's handy. Make sure you keep your head and your chest up and swing it through. Kettlebell comes straight to my chest. I'm not swinging it up above my head. I'm sitting into it, bending those knees. My knees are not driving forward like this. I'm hinging in that hip and straight out in front. And breathing is so important. Exhale out when you come up. Remember, if your back is taking over, you're just going to lift that weight straight out in front. No hinge. One more good one. All right, that was round 2. We're back to your reverse plank with press. You're finding your weights are getting too heavy. You can go to one weight at the chest and press up when you do your reverse lunge. So it looks like this. Reverse lunge, press. Press. Or use both of your weights. Alternate the legs. You can even alternate the arms if you needed to, if you're finding your arms are getting too fatigued. If you're unable to do the lunge, you're just going to focus on press. If you got something going on with your neck or your shoulders, you can focus on just the lunge. Exhale up. Side plank. We're going to do the other side now. We have 4 rounds, so we don't have to worry about any halfway points. Who's excited? Me. All right. On your forearm, lift your hip and raise that arm up. Remember, you can use no weight if you needed to, or find something lighter around the house that you could just lift with. Keep that hip up, elevated to the ceiling right here. Lift and lower. Good. Shoulder over the elbow. Open chest here. Don't dip your chest towards the ground. 10 seconds. You should really be feeling your abs working through this. And your left chest muscle. This is total body. My kid. All right. Dumbbell swing.
Oh,
I'm gonna use my kettlebell. If you're not squatting, you're just raising weight straight out in front of you. You got anything on your shoulders, you're just squatting. Just keep moving. It's the whole point of this. Finishing up round 3. Tight squeeze. When you reach the top, weights out in front of you. Heels are planted into the ground. Good job. One more round of all these. Reverse lunge with press. Grab your dumbbells. Get back into your lunge. Press it at the top. Lunge, stand, then press. Lunge, stand, then press. Take your time with these. I know reverse lunge gets a lot of people mixed up with that backward step. Just take your time with it. Woo, stay just like that. 10 seconds. Don't go as low into your lunge. If you need to preserve your knees. All right, good job. Side plank, I'm gonna finish with my left side today. This is a challenging workout. I've got my bottom knee bent, and my legs are lined up with each other as I lift. No weight, or you can use weight. Arm goes straight to the ceiling, lined up at the ceiling, nice big open arms, and lower it down. Raise it up and lower. While you have it raised up, make sure your hip isn't dipping. Keep your hip up. You should feel your left side working. Opening up. We got 10 seconds. And here we go. Awesome job. Last dumbbell swing. Okay, sit into it and lift here. Head and chest stay up. Bring that weight straight out in front of you. Thrust it up. Push those hips forward while keeping your core tight. Hinge in the hip, slight bend in the knees. Last one of this circuit. Tight squeeze at the top. Five seconds. One more good one. All right, grab some water. All right, so we are on to circuit 2. While you're sipping your water and you're recovering, I'm going to go over them. So we have plank with a row. We have squat with an overhead reach. And then we have tricep kickbacks. Now I'm going to show you what these look like. So what you're going to do for your plank with a row, a few different ways you could do this. Just use one weight. Some people like to hold on to 2 weights. I've got the weight between my arms, okay? I'm gonna come to my plank position here, You might be here, and that's perfectly fine. And what you're gonna do is you're going to take your weight and row. Put it back down, switch the hand. Row, put it down, and alternate sides. You could do it from plank position here. Now another modification for this, if your back is really bothering you. No plank at all. Sit upright and you're gonna row. Okay, even if sitting upright is kind of bothering you, find a chair to kind of lean on to protect your back, or use a wall and lift. Okay, so that's your plank with row with your modifications. You're either going to traditional plank, do them from the knees, do them standing, use a chair. Squat with overhead reach. You're gonna have your dumbbell at your chest. You're going to get in your squat position, reach up, down, and stand. Squat, reach, down, and stand. Now this one isn't always great for people with back issues, so you're just gonna squat today if your back is bothering you. And then tricep kickbacks. Hopefully you have 2 weights, elbows by your side, and we're kicking back. Okay, so that is our circuit. Any questions? No. All right, let's get started. We're gonna plank with row. Get into your plank position. We're gonna start in 8 seconds. I'm gonna face sideways so you can see me. You can use 1 weight or 2 weights from the knees. Lift and alternate. Or you're in full plank, alternating your row. If you need to do them standing, stand on up and do your rows. Trying not to sway my hips too much through these. So I'm squeezing my stomach nice and tight. We got 10 seconds. We have squat with overhead reach after this. So I'm going to use 1 weight at my chest. At the bottom of my squat is where I'm going to reach up. You could do this with no weight as well. So I'm going to squat, reach, down, and press up. I'm going to squat, reach, bring it back to my chest, and then I stand. Squat, then reach, back to the chest, and stand. Remember, no weight is an option, or just squatting is an option as well. Squat, reach, down, and press. You almost want to bring your arms to your ears. Head and chest stay up. 1 more. Awesome. Tricep kickbacks are next. I'm grabbing both of my weights. Keep both of my feet underneath my hips. I'm just gonna slight hinge forward. Elbows by my side. And I'm kicking back. Notice how I'm only moving from my elbows to my hands. My shoulders stay down. I'm not swinging them around. Targeting the backs of my arms. This is where we're catching our breath. Stomach's in nice and tight. All right, take it from the top. We're back down to your plank with a row. You could do them from your knees. You could do them in full plank, or you could do them standing. You could do your row standing. Okay, from your knees, you don't want to dip your back like this. Nice, strong back, shoulders over your hands, and row. Alternating sides. Otherwise, you're up into your plank here. And you're rowing. If you're up in full plank, try to keep your hips from swaying too much. I love these. My shoulders are staying over my hands. I'm not traveling. My butt's staying low. 5 seconds. All right, squat with the overhead reach. You can use weight or no weight, or just squat today. So you're gonna squat, reach up to the chest, then stand. Squat, then you reach to the chest, stand. This does take lower back work and core work for that overhead reach. Stay in your squat, press it up. 10 seconds. Stay down, reach to the chest, then stand. Last one. All right. Tricep kickbacks. I'm grabbing both of my weights. My feet are under my hips. I'm gonna loosen up my knees. I'm gonna hinge back into my hips. Elbows by my side. I'm gonna kick it back. My head and chest stay up. I'm not rounding my back, not rounding. Nice flat back. The only movement's coming from my elbow to my hands. Sit back into it.
Michael, recycling.
Good. Squeeze it back. Tight core to support your back. You can just do one arm if you needed to. Your back is taking over. One arm at a time is okay as well. You just have to alternate. Modify, make this work for you. All right. That was round 2. 2 more rounds. We're gonna plank with a row. I'm gonna face this way. I'm gonna use one weight. You could do them standing in a row position. You could do them from your knees, or you could do them from here, from the plank. Row up, return it back down, I put my hand down. Then I switch to the other side. I'm leading with my elbow up as I row. Alternating sides. Great job, guys. 20 seconds. Five seconds. I'm gonna stand it up. Get my squat with overhead reach. Weight starts at my chest. And my squat is where my reach comes in, back to my chest and stand. Squat, reach to the chest, stand. Remember to breathe. One more. All right, tricep kickbacks. Nice strong chest. Don't let the shoulders round and then sit forward. Strong chest, hinge in the hip, loosen up those knees, kicking them back. This is the end of round 3. One more of these to go. You should be feeling the backs of those arms. Get an extra flex when you're back there. Squeeze at the back. Great. Staying uncomfortable. That's what's important for this next hour. 5 seconds. All right, good job. One more round of all those. Plank with row. You can stand and do your rows. You could do your row from your knee, or you could do them in traditional plank. Just make sure that your shoulders are staying over those hands and you're keeping your butt low. Your butt's not riding in the air pulling this up like that. That's pointless. You want proper form, so take your time with these. Rowing up. Five seconds. Good. One more good one. Good job on those. Okay, squat with overhead reach. Keep your weight at your chest. If you need to just squat, you can just squat. You don't have to use weight for these as well. You can just squat here. You can do your squat with the overhead reach with no weight. Otherwise, you're in your squat, overhead reach, your hands, your arms come to your ears as you reach up. I have to wear a hat when I'm working out because my hair falls out. And then my hat gets in the way, like that. Good job. 5 seconds. All right. Last time on tricep kickbacks, we'll take a quick water break after this one. Kick it back. Chest stays open, shoulders stay back. We're not rounding here like this. No, we are strong. Use your core. Keep your rib cage tucked in. Don't flare it out like this. You do want your chest out, but you want your rib cage in. Swing those elbows back. Let it burn. We want to feel the backs of those arms. If you need to go to one arm, you could do one arm and alternate sides. Push it back. Good job. Okay, quick water break. And we got circuit 3. Oh. When you guys are drinking your water, I'm going to go over our next 3. We have hinge with a high pull, static lunge with bicep curls, and then a V-sit with fly. That one's intense. So here are your exercises along with their modifications. You're going to need your dumbbells. Palms are facing you. You're going to hinge, stand, high pull up, okay, or high row up. Hinge, stand, high pull up. Now, if your back is bothering you, you can do just the high row here. Notice how my elbows are leading higher than my hands. Okay, I'm not down like this. I got my elbow high. Okay, so if your back is taking over and you can't do this range of motion, that's okay. Just give me your high row. Static lunge with curls. You're in a lunge and we curl. Okay, if you can't hold this position, your knee is bothering you, I just want bicep curls. You can alternate your curl or do them together. All right, and then for your final one, a V sit with fly. You're gonna have a seat, your legs are out in front of you, and your arms are out as well. You're gonna open and close. Open and close. You could do this with no weight. Open and close. Okay, now if your back is taking over, I'm gonna suggest that you do the exercise where we're lying back, bring the legs up, and you're gonna fly open and close here. Okay, that's to support your back. Otherwise, you're here, open and close. I don't know how many of those I'm gonna do. I don't have any lighter weight. So my modification is gonna be open and close through here. All right, so those are your last three. Any questions on those? Okay, so starting with that hinge with the high pull. Grab your dumbbells. We're gonna start in 7 seconds. My palms are facing me. I'm gonna hinge, stand, high pull up. Or I'm just gonna high pull. You could do them together as well. Now let's say your shoulders are taking over. You could just, right here, you could do that as well, just a hinge and stand. All right, so those are your different modifications. Hinge, stand, high row up, or high pull I call it. Hinge, stand, high pull. Those are all your different modifications for this. Make sure when you hinge, you're bringing it on back. Pull those shoulders back behind you. Bring those elbows back to the ceiling and up. They're higher than your hands. Static lunge with curl. My one leg, I'm just gonna sit in my lunge right here. If your legs are taking over, if your back is taking over, you could do just a bicep curl. I'm gonna hold it and curl. Just curling right through here. That front leg is gonna start to feel your body. You're just gonna press the weight through the heels of your feet, and we're just curling up. We're doing this all on the left leg, and we'll alternate the leg through the rounds. Tall chest, belly in, elbows by your side. You're sitting upright, feeling my legs, so I'm gonna sink into it a little bit lower. 10 seconds. Get low, get as low as you can go. All right, then we have that V-sit with fly. Okay, so remember the different ways you could do this. You're either gonna lie on your back to support your back with the bent knees. You're either here, open and close, open and close, like you're gonna give somebody a big hug and a squeeze at the top. You can do this with no weight. Open and close, or lie back. Bend your knees. Open and close. If you're here, you could probably use weight. Open and close. All right, those are the different modifications there on that one. Sit back into it, use your core. You don't need much weight for this one at all. And I'm gonna go to no weight. And squeeze, belly buttons in tight. We're only a few seconds left here. All right, round one is done. We're back to the hinge with high pull. Loose knees, hinge in that hip, stand it upright, and high pull up. Now remember, you can just do your high pull. You can alternate. Or if your shoulders are bothering you, you're just gonna hinge and stand. Bend and snap. Chest stays up. Make sure your elbows are leading up. Feel your stomach working through this. Use your stomach to lift that weight up as well. All right, static lunge. I'm gonna do the right leg now. All right, leg is forward. I'm gonna enjoy my break first. All right, sit on into that. My core is in, and I curl. The only movement's coming from my elbows to my hands. I'm squeezing at the top. My chest is up. My leg is feeling some of the work. Good. Ten seconds. All right. Now V-sit and fly. Whew. My legs are out in front of me, hands back, open and close. Open and close. You could do this with no weight. Nice big open squeeze and squeeze it together. If you're feeling this in your back, you can lie back. Bend those knees so your back is rounded. Lift and lower as well. Now, you could add some abs to this as well if you wanted to give that a shot. If you're lying on your back, you could do it this way as well. Otherwise, you're here, leaning into it, open chest, core in, palms together, open, and then close. We got 5 seconds. All right. Round 2, back to those hinge with the high pull. Grab your 2 weights. Chest is open, core is in tight. Loose knees, hinge in that hip, stand it up, high pull up. Hinge, stand up, high pull. Now remember, if your back is taking over, you could just pull up through here, single arm, pull it up together. Or if your shoulders are taking over, you can always just hinge here. Otherwise, you're gonna hinge, stand, high pull up. Hinge, stand, high pull up. Elbows are higher than your hands. Okay, static lunge with curl. I'm gonna come back to my left leg. I don't know why I'm having trouble remembering this. All right, I'm in my lunge and I'm curling. Your arms should really be feeling this today. We've been targeting shoulders and triceps. A little bit of biceps right now to give those shoulders and triceps a break. But that leg is doing some of the work now too. Core in, chest up. All right, back down to that V-sit with fly. I'm only gonna do a few with the weight. Keep my chest open. I'm not gonna round. I'm gonna keep it open. I'm gonna sit back, arms are out, open and close. Open and close. You could do this with no weight. I'm about almost there. Or you could do it on your back. No weight here. Open and close. Or on your back, bent knees, open and close. You can add some leg into this so you can get the core work going. Maybe just a single leg. Using your stomach. You can make this hard with no weight. All right. Last round. This is it. Last 3 minutes. Hinge with a pull, high pull. I've got both of my weights. Tall chest. Hinge it forward, stand it up, high pull up. You can just focus on just the high pull if the hinge is bothering your back. Otherwise, you're in your hinge and lift. You could just focus on just the hinge if you needed to as well. Lots of modifications for today. I'm so proud of everybody's commitment and dedication to your workouts. Make sure you're still chatting with Caitlin and I. We love to hear from you guys. 3 seconds left. All right, static lunge with a curl. I'm gonna lunge with my right leg. Sink down into that. Your legs are taking over. If you're feeling any kind of pain in your legs, you could do just a bicep curl. You don't have to do the lunge, but really challenge yourself. If you're not having any limitations, push it. Stay uncomfortable. Hold that balance. We're almost done here. Sink into that leg. That front leg should be burning. One more good one. Awesome. All right, we have our last V-sit with fly. I'm going to give it what I've got left in the tank on these flies. I got a little bit of shoulder pain today, so I'm just doing my best. All right, sit back into it. Tall chest. Open and close. I have a slight bend in my elbows. Head and chest are up. I'm going to go to no weight. Hinge back, open and close. You can lie on your back as well. Then you could use some core, one leg at a time down. Pull that knee up through your stomach. Keep your lower back on the ground if you're on the ground. All right. Good job, guys. You are done with the work. Oh, hard work.
It was tough.
It was tough. That was a really tough one. A little bit of everything involved, but lots of great modifications for today. Good. Take a second, grab some water. We'll stretch in a second. I'm gonna grab a sip myself. All right, since we are in a seated position, I just want you to take your arms up to the ceiling, stretch them up nice and tall, palms up, bend yourself to the side, and reaching on over to the other side. Sit up tall and fan those arms down with a nice big open chest. Clasp your hands behind your back and push your chest out. Relax your neck and kind of just rotate your chin side to side. Release those fingers, keeping your chin down. I'm going to go ahead and just gently press on your neck. And relax your hands to your side, pick up your neck. Go ahead and straighten out your left leg. Toes should be pointed up. Go ahead now, and I want you to really reach for that leg. We've been doing these every day. You should be feeling much more flexible. Some more improvement. And let's go ahead and take it over to the right side. Bring out that right leg. And reach for that right toe. Good, sit it nice and tall, both legs up in front of you. And let's go ahead and get that hip stretch in. Take your right knee, bend it over your foot over your left leg. I'm gonna hug my leg with my left arm, my right fingertips up on to my spine. I'm gonna turn to the right. Bring it back to center. I'm gonna do the left side now. I'm gonna bend my left knee. I'm gonna hug it with my right arm and twist to the left. Make sure your butt's staying on the floor and you're not picking your butt up like this. You wanna keep it down as you twist. So now you really feel the stretch through your hip area. Good, come on out of that. And go ahead and lie back, bringing your knees into your chest and hug your knees. All right, now I want you to go ahead and put your feet on the floor. I want you to cross your right ankle over your left knee. You're gonna bring your left knee up, and I want you to hug that left leg so you feel that stretch through the right hip. Put that left leg down, right leg back down, cross the left ankle over. Hug that right ankle or the right leg. All right, put that right leg down, left leg down. Fan those arms up above your head, nice tall stretch. And then fan those arms down, grab the backs of your legs and roll it on up. You're gonna swing those legs around, come to all fours, sit back on your heels and stretch your fingertips forward. Now I want you to take your right hand palm up and go underneath your left arm and stretch out that right shoulder. I'm just gonna sit on the shoulder. All right, bring that arm back, left arm palm up, lie down on that left shoulder. Good, bring that arm back, come back to all fours. And I just want you to rotate your neck side to side. Now I want you to take your fingertips, turn them towards you, like this, and you're just gonna sit back, just enough for you to feel that tension in your forearms. Bring those fingertips back. And now I just want you to circle your body, make a big circle, and then bring it forward. Feel that rotation through your shoulders. One more going this way. Let's circle it back the other way. Big rotation with those shoulders. Good. Come to a plank position and walk your hands to your feet. Roll it up. All right, let's stretch out those triceps. Bring your arm up, and I want you to grab the back of your elbow here. Release that arm. Left arm comes up. Grab the back of that left elbow. Good. Release that arm. Then take your right arm, swing it across your body, and pull on that shoulder through here. Release that arm, bring that left arm up, and pull that across as well. Swing that arm out and take a deep breath up to the ceiling. Big, big, tall stretch. Fan your arms down as you bring your body down to the ground. Reach for your toes. Hold that here. Relax your neck, relax your shoulders. Roll it up nice and tall. Roll those shoulders back, and you guys are done.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good job today, guys. I hope you guys have an awesome weekend. Let me know if you need anything.
All right. Caitlin's doing tomorrow, right?
Yes.
9. Okay.
9 o'clock. Hope to see you.
All right.
Bye.